Interchanges are incredibly important structures. Interchanges help people and cars get from large highways going one way to usually a large highway or roadway going the other way. And it usually does this without slowing down traffic too much and while being very, very quick. Now, interchanges are incredibly important, and there's no doubt that you have actually driven on an interchange, and they're everywhere across the world. But a question remains. Which type of interchange is the best for what? Well, stick around to the end of the video, because I hope to answer this question by showing you 4 different types of interchanges. So this is the very first intersection that we'll be looking at. And yes, it will be shown in City Skylines too, because they've actually got a traffic AI that I can show you how everything works with. So the first intersection is actually just the normal 2 roads heading into each other. I'm not really sure what it's called, just maybe the 4-way intersection or something like that. But pretty cheap. That's mainly its only advantage. It has many disadvantages though. So it slows down traffic massively. Sometimes even forcing them to stop at traffic lights, which is something you definitely do not want on a highway. As well as just clogging up the entire highway, which is something you do not want with an interchange. So I'm going to give it a 2 out of 10 in terms of how good it is. So this next interchange is a very common one. It is seen very commonly throughout Europe and in some parts of America as well. It is a massive step up from the last interchange that we just saw. So cars will be able to enter and exit without clogging up the highway at all. There are no traffic lights involved unless it's at the top bit, and they'll just circle around. It makes for quite a smooth process. That will mean that the highway, unless there's extremely heavy traffic in the top bit, will never ever get clogged, which is a very good thing for something like this. So now an advantage of this is the highway would not get clogged, and that it allows for free-flowing traffic through it. And then a disadvantage is it takes up a massive amount of space, and that the problem I see with it is that the top area might be a bit small, and I can see cars getting all stuck and clogged in there and a mess of traffic lights. So that is a disadvantage with this system. But I'm going to rate it with the pretty generous 6, just because of how well it will serve you and because of how hard it is for the bottom bit, which is the important bit, to get clogged. The next interchange is a simple diamond interchange, which, as you can see in my City Skylines world, is quite clogged up. It is quite a good interchange, and it has many advantages over its previous one, which is the clover leaf. So first of all, it is smaller, takes up a lot less room, it is cheaper to build, and at least in my opinion, it's more visually appealing. Some disadvantages is that, as you can see here, there's a lot less room for cars to queue, which actually just helps clogging up the highway, and it just makes the problem of clogging in the top highway especially worse. So that's not too good for this type of interchange, which is why I think I'm going to rate it a 5 out of 10. Still a really solid interchange though, you should try it out. Right, so this is the final interchange. It's a single point urban interchange. Quite a mouthful. I'm going to call it the U interchange for the rest of it, like this. Now, this is quite an interesting interchange because it's got some nice advantages, like being able to take cars directly off the street and having very long space to queue. Now, other than that, you've got cars that are instantly able to turn, as well as being able to turn like that, and cars being able to go in like such as well. Now, this is actually a really good interchange. Only downside might be it takes up a lot of space. Right, you see this, that is a lot of space, and maybe cross congestion might be an issue of cars turning across, although this can easily be fixed by actually mirroring this on the other side. So actually right here, I've got in Sydney that looks sort of like that. As you can see, this area of Sydney has this U-turn interchange, but it's even better because it's got on all sides, although it is a bit messy. So yeah, I think I'll rate this one an 8 out of 10, and I would actually recommend you build this one in your City Skylines world. And well, designers, you really shouldn't be taking this from me, but maybe look at this one in real life too. I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to like and subscribe. It really does help. And if you have any other suggestions for any interchanges you thought I ranked unfairly, or some other interchanges you think I might need to know, then just say so in the comments. I'll reply to all of them. Thank you very much. Goodbye.